That song is called Eleanor Rigby, written primarily by Paul McCartney. I was reading that song was written as a dare, which I thought was cool. Apparently, Paul's aunt was talking to him, and she's like, Paul, all you ever do is write songs about love and holding hands and dancing while you're holding hands, and I dare you to write something dark and out of that realm. And I just think it's cool that Paul had this like punk emo chick aunt or something who was, she was like, write me something goth, baby, you know. And I was reading about that song. It's one of the rare cases where like all the Beatles collaborated on that, even though they were a very tight band. Usually when it came to songwriting, it was either like Paul wrote it, or John wrote it, or John and Paul wrote it together, or George wrote it, or Ringo, Ringo made a hell of a cup of coffee for the guys, But apparently for Eleanor Rigby, Paul was like, he had the idea of it, and he was hanging with the Beatles. He's like, who's got ideas? And they were all shouting out stuff. It's really cool. Like George came up with the idea of the look at all the lonely people. And even Ringo, who I just gave shit to 2 seconds ago, Ringo had a line in there. I read about this. Ringo came up with the socks. Yeah. Paul was like, all right, anybody got ideas? Ringo was like, socks! I was like, what? I don't know, socks? We don't have any songs about socks. I was like, sure, yeah, I'll put some socks in there, Ringo, for you, baby. We'll do a John song now. This is called I'm Only Sleeping.